lifelong dedicated runners that are here to share how technology can help the running community to increase their performance and stay injury-free. I would like to introduce Olympian Carrie Tollefson and endurance athlete Larry Schmidt.
All right, there's a clicker up here someplace. Yeah. Good morning. Thank you for allowing us to share this time about a subject that is just near and dear to our heart. I'm Larry. This is Carrie. I think you can tell that. Of course, this is Las Vegas, and you just never know. And what happens here stays here, right, guys? Ladies? All right. We drew straws to see who was going to go first today to help you better understand our passion for our sport and what technology has done for us in maximizing our performance and minimizing risk. Starts with probably understanding a little bit more about us. There isn't an athlete out there that doesn't want to get better and perform better and avoid some of the issues that we face along the way. I've been a runner a very long time. And through that process of evolution, of going from a 1 miler in high school to a 100-mile runner as I went through my marathons and ultra marathons, there's a lot of pounding and a lot of miles that went on my body. And you add age to that, and age also brings in another factor of how do I stay injury risk-free and such. And all of us as runners come to a point where when you're running your miles per week, your body breaks down at a certain point. And for me, when I hit that 60 to 65 mile per week, my body started breaking down. Injuries occurred more frequently, and I had to incorporate some other training techniques to help me continue to perform. And as a result of that, cycling came into being. Over the years, besides injuries, the aging process brings on other things. And in 2008, I had a hip resurfacing done because of osteoarthritis. And I went from a competitive age grouper to a person that actually finishes last in some races. So the passion of our sport isn't just for and stays with the elite athletes or the competitive athletes. It's for anybody who ties up their shoes and toes the starting line. When I was introduced to the Zero Runner, a no-impact running machine at the Boston Marathon this year, it gave me some hope that I had forgot that I could even have again, because it allowed me to run pain-free, doing my full stride that I used to be able to do, and compete again in my own way.
Well, I'm Carrie, and I'm an Olympic athlete, and I'm a mommy, and I am just like Larry, although he's got a few years on me.
Just a few.
Just a few. But you know what? This machine is so exciting. I have been running since I was 12 years old, and I have been through a lot of injuries. As a professional athlete, as an elite athlete, I basically was just trying to get to the starting line. And I think that's all of our goals in life, is to get to the starting line healthy and feeling really good. And when I was introduced to the Zero Runner, I couldn't help but get excited for the elite world and for the world that I'm about to enter, post-competitiveness, post-eliteness maybe.
I know where you're going. I am where you're going, Carrie.
You know what? I can't wait to win an age group, but at the same time, I want to feel good. I want to be healthy, and I want a machine that's going to keep me excited about my running life, and that's what the Zero Runner has done for me. This machine is really exciting. It really is something that you feel like a runner on, and I think for the elite athletes, to supplement their training. You know, and as an injured elite athlete, I was getting beat. And I don't want to get beat. When I went to the Olympics, I was really severely injured. And I think with a machine like this, I'm going to stay healthy. And I will be able to supplement some of those junk miles that I used to try to get to that starting line, to try to be faster. If I can get on a machine like this, I am going to be a better athlete. I have a lot of friends that are still in the sport. Kara Goucher, for one. If any one of you are in the running world, you might know that name. She's a bronze medalist at the World Championships. She has one of our machines and loves it. Runs up to 10 miles on it. Meb Keflezighi, what an amazing athlete. Just won the Boston Marathon. If you don't know him, you guys need to Google him and know him. He's done so much for the world of running, and he is a non-impact guy. He is 39, almost 40 years old. He uses the elliptigo. We're going to introduce him to the Zero Runner. But you know, he uses things like this. I've used the Ultra-G. I've used the underwater treadmill. That's me on the screen with my big belly. In my first pregnancy, I ran on that like crazy.
You look good there too.
I still have a little bit of a belly, but you know, all of these non-impact machines are great. But what the Zero Runner brings to me as an elite athlete is so exciting.
And you're so right. Non-impact training or non-impact managing impact is really nothing new. We've been doing it for years. Take a look at what shoe technology has done in the last 20, 30 years, more cushioning to manage the results of that impact. Coaches having us run on trails and cross-country courses and to manage impact. Even so much so running on blacktop versus cement, all to manage impact. When I saw the Zero Runner for the first time and I got on it and had that feeling of being able to run, actually replicating the running motion and managing impact, the first thought that crossed my mind was, wow, where was this machine when I was back in college or when I needed it as a competitive age grouper to take the risk of that impact and pounding, use it as an active recovery machine. It was one of those things that now I look at will allow me to extend my running career because of managing it. And with my hip issue, allows me to run and do more of my training where I had to start reducing it.
Coming from a guy who runs 100-mile races.
The thing that really sold me on the Zero Runner when I got on it, besides the feel and the managing of the impact and the running motion, was when I saw it side by side with other machines, I actually saw the running fluidity, my full stride length, and it was the real deal.
Yeah.
The other thing that came to mind is, as runners, when we go out on the road, we just don't run. A lot of times we interject other types of strides and high knee lifts and butt kicking drills and such as a part of our training. And this machine is actually a full running machine that allows us to do other motions, scissor kicks, butt kicks, different motions that you would do outside, so you can actually replicate that motion inside. And that allows us to do something that we've been doing for a while, and that is we focus not only on how strategic our hard runs are, but also how strategic our recovery is, so that we are better for when we get back out to do our hard runs.
Yeah, I've had some physical ailments the last month, and to be able to go outside and do half of my run, because I don't want to come back injured. So I go outside and I'll do a 5-mile run and then come back in and do 5 miles on the Zero Runner. And I think it's a nice way to kind of correlate my run and just really be able to come back healthier, but also to feel like a runner. Like I said, I think that's the big thing I want to stress. As an elite athlete, I love all of the machines we have out there. It's fun to feel like you're an athlete and use different machines. And also as a distance runner, sometimes your brain gets a little stale by using the same repetitive motion. But at the same time, I want to know that I'm going to be a better runner when I come off of machines. You know, we're runners. We want to run. But with a machine like this, I feel like a runner coming off of this machine. I can get full stride length. I can get my heel up to my glute. I can feel like I get a good knee drive, and that is what is really exciting about this. I've been on other ellipticals. I've been on other underwater treadmills, the Ultra-G, but this is, for the first time in my life, a machine where I feel like a runner.
It actually works the key groups that we need to work for our muscles, our hamstrings and our glutes, and tying in our core. And so when you can take a machine and not only minimize the risk of impact because you take it away, but also when you get back out on the roads to do the work that we need to do, be better by having mind map good form and work those key groups, it just adds it all together as a great machine. The other thing that ties into this, though, besides, is not only the technology of managing movement and managing impact, but the technology of managing information. With the SmartLink app that comes with this machine, I'm able to watch my stride trace on the app, on the iPad, and watch my numbers for the heel lift and how long my stride length is. One of the things that we try to do when we mind map good form is create consistency. That runner who can be more consistent longer is able to run a little bit faster, conserve a little bit more energy. And so being able to, on a recovery basis, on an off-day basis, watch and practice your good form, just adds that technology flavor by making us better.
And we have Connect IQ coming in March,
Connect IQ
which is
coming
going to
in
be
March.
really exciting.
More exciting than what most people would realize, because we've always done indoor and outdoor workouts, but to be able to have technology combine indoor and outdoor workouts and put our stats all as one workout. For example, if I was to go out training for a marathon and do a 4-hour run, and I would do my first 3 hours outdoors, come in and do my last 1 hour indoor, or even if I started with the first hour indoor and then finished with the last 3 hours outdoor, I will able now through technology, through Connect IQ, to be able to have my stats all added together as one workout. So it allows us to use the strategy of indoor running to be as strategic as our outdoor running.
Does anyone have any questions? We don't have a ton of time up here, and we want to make sure if you have any questions about Zero Runner, you ask us or you come and see us today, because this is an exciting machine. And if you ever want to feel like you're floating on air, come out and check it out.
Stop by our booth. Let's see what's on here someplace. Maybe. We're in the Garmin booth out in the fitness hall. And stop by the booth. Try out the machine.
One more time.
One more. There we go. Booth number 73716. And get a chance to talk to Carrie about her Olympic experience, but get a chance to see the technology of non-impact training and non-impact running along with the Connect IQ and the SmartLink app. And this will change how we train moving forward.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. Do we have any questions?
Any questions?
I'm afraid we don't have time for questions right now. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you at the booth.
Anybody want to go for a group run?
Yeah.
At break?
Over the lunch hour, come find me.